Hello, 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 sparkly ones. Now, I feel like I owe you a little bit of an apology for this one because this is my Scottish Frocktails video and it is over 2 weeks since I went to Scottish Frocktails. But let me explain to you that the reason that it is a little bit late, that I bought a few things back from Scotland. So as well as some lovely fabrics, which I will show you about later in the video, I also brought back a terrible, terrible cold. And yeah, I've been feeling not tip-top and sparkly as I normally am for the last few weeks. So although a lot of the vlogging that I've done while I was there, so you will see live footage from the event, from Scottish Frocktails, interspersed with a little bit of me kind of letting you know what went on. Yeah, I just wasn't feeling well enough and my voice definitely wasn't up for all of the voiceovers. So I hope you enjoy hearing all about my Scottish adventures and I'll see you in a bit. Good morning. So it is 6 o'clock in the morning and we are in the car, which is why you've got a very bumpy Sam. And yeah, we are off to the airport, Mr. Sparkles.
It's too early.
It's too early. We are off to Birmingham Airport and then I'm flying to Glasgow for Scottish Frocktails. So I will wait until there's a little bit more light and I'll come back on and tell you what's happening. Birmingham Airport was as busy as ever, and at the time it took me to get through security, and it was a bit touch and go at one point, and I managed to get to the gate with literally like 10 minutes to go. So I boarded the plane and had a lovely flight all the way to Glasgow. When I got to Glasgow, it was nice and early in the morning, and I was really looking forward to meeting up with my lovely friend Michie, who was coming on later in the day. But here's a little look over the lovely British countryside, and I'll see you in a bit. So I've just arrived at the hotel and this is the view from my bedroom. How magnificent is that? I think it's going to be a good weekend. So yeah, so that's the view. Absolutely stunning. I've had a great flight. The flight was faster than I thought it was going to be. So I think it said it was an hour, but it ended up being 45 minutes. I arrived at Glasgow Airport, got myself a cup of tea. Scottish tea has passed the test, so all is good. Grabbed myself a little bit of fruit because I was feeling a bit hungry, and then came straight to the hotel. I was expecting the room not to be ready, but when I arrived, they were absolutely brilliant here and they said, yeah, no problem, room is ready. So I've come up and yeah, so I'm here. So I may unpack, make sure that my dress is all ready. I may hang it in the bathroom for a bit because it's linen, so it will help get some of the creases out. I'm very glad that I've got a little while before I have to wear it. And then I'm going to go and explore Glasgow. Would you like to come with me? I just wanted to share with you this quiet little nook that I found in the hotel. It was just off the reception area, but it was a little bit away, and they had a lovely library area where you could basically take a book and then press the little QR code and then make a donation to charity. So it's Saturday morning and look at that gorgeous view. Glasgow is looking beautiful this morning, and we've just got up, had some breakfast and getting dressed, and then we're going to go and have a little wander around Glasgow, a few bits and pieces that we want to get before we go to So Confident. But I just wanted to show you my new trousers, so I'm going to turn the camera up the other way so you can see them in their full glory. So I've paired the Rowan trousers with this lovely Seneca shirt that I've made in this gorgeous eyeletted fabric, Godmother fabric, that I have done as part of a collaboration. More on that to follow. And yeah, so I think it looks really lovely. I've just got my thermal top underneath. I think it looks great for a nice sunny-ish day in Glasgow. So I'll see you at So Confident. So after a slightly lazy morning and a later breakfast, we met up with these three lovely ladies, Tamlin, Rachel and Ruan. We popped in a taxi and went to the So Confident shop. It was lovely to have a look around. We were made to feel really, really welcome. And I'm just going to pop in here what I bought. So we were lucky enough to do a visit to So Confident, and I just feel that now is a good time to put in a little funny story. So we went to So Confident from the hotel, and because the lovely Northern Soul sisters were also staying at the hotel, and the lovely Emma from So Do It Emma was staying there as well. So Emma had nipped to So Confident before us, so she was meeting us there. And then the five of us were going from a hotel to So Confident. We decided to share a taxi because it's quite a little bit of a distance. And the journey there was fairly uneventful, but the journey back was quite funny. In case you were unaware, Ruan has extraordinary long legs. So we were in a taxi for 5 people, which meant 2 of us had to sit in the back. Now, of course, I was fine with my little dinky legs. I fitted in fine in the back, but Ruan's legs were quite a lot longer. So yeah, and we managed to do a detour in the Uber as well. So yeah, it was memorable and I love it. And I just want to say a big, lovely thank you to Ruan for making me giggle for the whole of that journey, because it was delightful. And it's something that will bring me some sparkle when, when those times are there. So yeah, I digress, but I just wanted to share you because I just thought it was really funny. So we went So Confident. Let's talk about fabric, Sam. Yeah, let's talk about fabric. And I had a little look around. I have to say, there wasn't too many things that really, really kind of took me, but one thing definitely did. Grabbed me and shook me around. And it is this. So it is a gorgeous, it's called Gaze at the Stars. And I'll just show you the selvage there. I mean, if nothing else, I love the selvage, which is and it's a ruby star fabric, and it's in this lovely green and pink, and the little pink stars. I mean, it's absolutely delightful. Now, I have got plans for this, and I talk about them in my up and coming autumn plans video. So if you fancy finding out all about that, then you can go and check that out. So it's quite a narrow fabric. So normally I would need 1.5 meters for some kind of shirt, but I went for 2 meters. So I would definitely have enough. And yeah, and I just think it's gorgeous. So they were doing a special deal for the Frocktails event, and they were doing free postage, and I opted for the free postage. So this came when I got back, because I couldn't fit any more in my case. And just in case I'd bought anything, while I was in Glasgow, I wanted to make sure I had enough room. So I bought 2 other things. One other thing I can't show you because it is a gift for Christmas, so I've put that away, and the person that it's for may be watching, so I can't share that. And then the other thing was this quilter's tape. Now, as you can see, I've opened it already and I've been using it because quilter's tape I use so often. It's great for putting zips in, it's great for putting bias binding in, it's great just for like tearing a little bit off and positioning something. When I was making the Alexa blouse, I was making it from some quite slinky, slippy fabric, and so I just popped, when I was putting the tower placket in for the cuff, I just popped a little bit at the end, and then that just held it all in while I was sewing. And it's brilliant stuff because then when you wash the finished garment, it just disappears. So yeah, it's great. So I bought myself some of that. And then the other thing was we got a pack of labels. These are just 2, but there were 6 in the pack. And there was a choice of labels, but I went for the cocktail glasses because they have So Confident on the other side. And this just to me said memories of Frocktails. So that's what I got. So after So Confident, we got back to the hotel. It was a little bit later in the afternoon that we were expecting, and me and Michie were both feeling a little bit like we needed a little rest, nana nap and some food. So we went back up to the hotel and ordered room service, which was lovely. And then we just sat and put the worlds to rights, really. I have never met Michie before in real life, but I feel like I've known her forever. That might sound weird, but yeah, it's the great thing about online socials. And I'm not just saying that because I run my own. I just love online socials. So Michie comes to my Sewcial Sparkle, which is lovely. But I met Michie originally on other socials, online socials, and yeah, so we just put the worlds to rights. It was really lovely. We had room service, we giggled, we had a little nap. And I do just need to say a great big thank you to Michie. She made the whole weekend it went from brilliant to like magnificently brilliant. It was just really, really, really lovely the whole weekend. I like to think that we looked after each other, but I definitely felt really loved through the whole weekend, and that was partly to do with everybody else that was there, but definitely to do with Michie. So thank you very much for looking after me. So yeah, after some room service, we then decided to have a little tactical nap. We thought that would be a really good idea, and then it was time to get up, showered, and it all happened really quickly because Scottish Frocktails started at 6 o'clock, so it all kind of happened really, really quickly. And then it was time to get into my dress. So my dress, for those of you that don't know, that haven't followed me on social media, I made the teddy dress by my keeper, and I am planning on doing a full video. I took lots of footage while I was making it, do a kind of a full kind of roundup, but I'm gonna wait until I make another one in another fabric and do like a comparison for that video. But I really enjoyed making it, and it got lots of oohs and ahs at the event, which was lovely. The main change that I made to the teddy was that instead of making the self straps with the fabric, I actually used tartan ribbons because when in Scotland. So yeah, so that was really lovely, and you will see a little twirl of me in that in a second. And then once we all got dressed, we went downstairs in the hotel bar, met up with everybody, had a quick drink, and then we were running a little bit fashionably late. So we nipped in the taxi and went to the venue. So I hope you'll agree. It looked like a lovely night, and it was a lovely night. It was really, really good fun. And in my 50 and frolicking year, I think Scottish Frocktails was a must. And I'm really, really glad that I did it. And I just, again, want to say a special thank you to the lovely people that made it even more wonderful. So yeah, so thanks so much to Michie and Emma, Roanne, Rachel and Tamlin, who made the evening just so memorable, and it was lovely. So I hope that you enjoyed watching my little Scottish adventure, and I hope to see you again here soon. So if you like this video, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you very soon. Don't forget to sparkle. Bye for now.